Hi, and welcome to TopSolid 7. In this video, we're going to explore what it takes to machine a blower wheel like this using TopSolid. To begin with, we're going to begin by describing the custom stock blank. In other words, perhaps in this simulation, we're going to be doing just the operations of finishing the blower wheel. We're going to assume that it was provided as a casting or a forging, or Op 1 was completed somewhere else. So to begin with, I'm going to start by creating a new assembly. Now, this procedure here, and I'm just going to get this as part setup, this is just the way I like to work. Okay, I like to work in assemblies. It gives me a lot of freedom. So I'm just going to drag and drop, include that part into my assembly. Then I'm going to right click in space and choose in place part. Now, when I create an in-place part, it's going to create the part within the structure of the assembly. This is known as top-down assembly design, and I'm going to call this stock model. Why not? Here, I'm going to create a quick little sketch. Sure, why not? Right on that plane. We'll look straight at it. Now, there are a couple of different ways to go about doing this, but I'm just going to go with what I think is the simplest way. So I'm just going to kind of trace over things here. We're going to come around, and then we'll come back through like this, and we're closed. Perfect. Now I want to start making this equal to the rest of my model, so I can do that just using standard drag and drop techniques within TopSolid. And what I'm doing is creating coincident relationships between the existing geometry and the geometry that I'm currently building. This keeps things nice and simple, and more importantly, nice and fast. Now, here, I'm going to say this goes to this edge there, and this goes to this edge here. Think about it. No dimensions needed. I just did what needed to be done. From here, I'm going to go ahead and choose revolved. There's my stock blank. Maybe because I'm a fan of transparency, I'm going to go ahead, set that up as well, and I now have my custom stock block ready to rock. Now, the next step that I need to do is I need to tell TopSolid what is the part to cut and what is the finish shape. So we're going to do that too in this video. I'm going to right-click right on my assembly file here, and I'm going to send this into what we call a machine part setup document, also known as an MPS file for short. And when I do that, I'm going to hit my green check mark. The software is going to recognize that I'm sending an assembly and ask me if I want to disassemble it. I'm going to click yes, but basically what that means is, imagine I had a bunch of screws or other things in this assembly, but I want to treat each item as an individual object. The disassembly function will explode everything into individual objects, make it easier to work with. Kind of neat. From here, I'm going to go ahead and go into my edit part NC command, and I'm simply going to switch to user stock. Because I named my stock model, remember I did that in the step over here, stock model. I'm just going to drag and drop that down to stock, green check mark, and now TopSolid knows what the part to cut is and what the finished part is. In the next video, we'll get this loaded up on a machine, ready to cut.